Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert. Welcome back to the Ted Show. I'm excited to have my new friend, Simon Gill, is with me. He's with Remax Sunstate, Florida, Remax Sunstate Realty here in the Orlando area. It's actually further out somewhere else, but you can go to remaxsunstateflorida.com. You can check it out. You can also email Simon at sgill.fl@remax.net. I'm excited to have him on. I'm excited for you to share your journey, Simon. Welcome. How you doing today?
Very good, Ted, and I appreciate you having me on today. Thank you very much.
You're absolutely welcome. I love you all. Give him lots of love because this is his first podcast. So we're going to take him through it and show him how painless it is to be on the TED Show. All right. Before we get into real estate and talking all things property management and everything else that you do, I told you before we went live that the audience loves to know an origin story. They want to know a little bit about you before real estate. So give us some details on what your life was like and what you did before real estate, Simon.
Okay, well, I'm born and raised in Toronto, Canada. Moved out here in Florida about a year and a half ago. To be honest, real estate has been part of my life my entire life. Yeah, my father was an investor since I grew up, and since I was a kid, actually. So we used to help out with him, even manage his properties, rent him out for him, and go take care of the lawn. We were the younger ones, so we had to go mow the lawns for him and stuff, right? So this always had something. Real estate's always been like close to home for me.
Did you venture out? Like, it's funny because there's a lot of people who've come on. I think maybe Jag. I know Jag had another company, but I feel like there was always real estate in his world as well, from Toronto, of course. Was there ever any in your head? Oh, okay, well, I don't want to do real estate. Here's what I want to do.
Not really.
I love it.
Yeah. So like I went to college. I have a finance diploma, but everything still drew me back to real estate. And I did have a license in Toronto. I have my mortgage license. But eventually I started doing renovations and flips for myself, got that going, and then always had the dream to move to the US. And it's just like the universe speaks. I had an opportunity, jumped on it, and boom, here I am in Florida.
How are you liking the Florida weather compared to the Toronto weather?
Oh my God, it's day and night. Like I said, born and raised in Toronto, I couldn't handle it anymore. And I'm born in January, so I'm born in the coldest month of the year.
Freezing.
But I still couldn't handle it. I had to leave. It was just it was getting way out of hand. We get
Canada's beautiful. Sorry? It's just cold. Canada's beautiful, but it's just cold for me.
Oh, it's so beautiful and amazing. Like Toronto, especially, it's beautiful, amazing. But yeah, we only have summer for 2.5, 3 months of the year, if you're lucky.
if you're lucky. All right. So let's talk about real estate. So growing up in it, you had an opportunity to kind of see all sides of it. What's your focus now? Is your focus, you mentioned before we went live, property management, but are you in retail sales? Do you focus on fix and flips? Tell us a little bit about your real estate business.
Right now, I'm with Jag with Sunstate Realty. We are residential. We're doing residential. We do commercial also. I'm like Jag's an expert. I'm learning from the best, so it's amazing. My father owned commercial real estate, but I didn't really tap into it much. So just being part of it now, learning about it even more, it's actually even better. There's a lot of investors now are kind of drifting towards commercial. I mean, that's been in the real estate game for 10, 15 years. So residential and commercial for me. I'm interested in commercial. I like the aspect.
It's a different world, commercial, right? I feel like a lot of people like to dabble in it, but you really do have to know your stuff.
Exactly. And that's why I joined with Jag. I mean, this guy's like a walking encyclopedia. So it's awesome. We have weekly trainings every week. Get to learn a lot from him. Just being with him, like even just listening to the conversations he has with people, like he's pretty much a mentor. So it's amazing.
He's a great mentor and a great teacher, and really wants to build. We had him on, I guess it was last week, and he was sharing about the unique offerings that his particular brokerage offers, and I just think that allows for a lot of creativity and a lot of give back for you all as agents.
For sure. I mean, as soon as I got my license, I was getting blown up by texts from every real estate brokerage you can think of. Yeah. What Jag had to offer was completely unique. No one offers that. And once I got to meet Jag and find out, I mean, he's an amazing human being, humble, and wants to actually help you. And someone like me, just got my license not too long ago. I want to learn the ins and outs of the game, as opposed to all the knowledge I already have with real estate.
Talk about the difference in the markets, the Toronto market versus the Florida market. Is it similar? Are there big differences? Different country, different area, different whole setup. What are the main differences as far as you're concerned?
Well, the main differences is we have a shortage of homes in Toronto, or I would say the greater Toronto area. So what happens with that is there's a lot more buyers instead of the homes. So if you list a house for, say, $1 million, the owner is going to walk out with 1.3, 1.4 million. People are going to be bidding for that house. And the market, if you compare it, the Toronto market is just nuts compared to Florida. It's so expensive there. Property values, everything. And they appreciate a lot too there compared to what happens here. But there now it's market slowed down, interest rates are hurting it. So it's totally different. It's totally different than out here.
What about the property management part that you mentioned before we went live? Talk about that market, because I feel like there's a lot of real estate agents who think, well, sales might be a challenge right now. I'll get into the property management arena. What are your thoughts on property management and how that looks?
Property management is excellent. So we do short-term property management pretty much all around the Disney area. It's something for investors to look into. You get way more return than renting it out for long term for your investment, and then you have guys like us that take care of everything for you. So
it's worth every penny. I remember when I had investment property, I just remember thinking, wow, this is the best deal to have a property manager take care of it. I didn't have to think about it. I didn't have to deal with anyone. I didn't have to pre-screen or screen tenants. It was just worth every penny. And my experience is the rate that you all charge really hasn't gone up that much since I had mine. And so I think what you all do is amazing. It takes the headache and the heat off, so investors can focus on, I don't know, building another property, doing a renovation or fix and flip, and then getting another one under contract so that you can have more tenants. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity there, I feel like. Are you, tell us if this is myth or not, are you on call 24/7?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Because it's not for everybody.
Well, we're in short term. So your phone is on all the time. We'll get messages middle of the night. Well, for us, because we're in the Disney area, guests sometimes come to have late flights. They'll walk in, can't get to the Wi-Fi going for some reason, or something simple like that. But yeah, you're always on call. But the best thing about having a property management is everything that you mentioned, you don't have to worry about it. And the biggest thing is that you get to spend time with your loved ones, as opposed to being so worried about your home all the time and being on the call 24 hours. And like, if you're having dinner, we get calls even when you have dinner, hey, you got to pack up and go, so It's just the life of a property manager, but it's amazing. I love it.
I love that you love it, because I think a lot of people dabble in it and then they don't do so good and they're stressed out. I think you have to be that type of person to really understand the power of that, but you have to be committed, because that's a commitment to be available like that. And that's where I think a lot of times realtors who just dabble in it, they're not doing anybody a good service. It's much better to refer it to a property manager like you instead of trying to take it on themselves.
Well, I mean, with real estate, it's one of the biggest investments a person or the investor is investing in. is either your first home or your investment. So you got to make sure it's like, technically it's like their baby,
Yes.
so you got to take care of it like it's their baby. So when we do that, even with real estate, we make sure that everyone's comfortable. We make sure that they this is what they're looking for. It's not like you just push them in a corner and that's it, so we make sure that it's all done right.
So aside from real estate, which obviously is a passion of yours, I can tell as you're talking about it, what do you do for fun? Now that you're in Florida, the Sunshine State, what is it that you, Simon, do for fun that's not real estate?
Well, I'm into sports, and coming from Toronto, I was fortunate enough that we had all the biggest sports teams in Toronto. But now being in Florida, I mean, it's a whole different market. They got teams everywhere, and I love it. I mean, like NBA playoffs are right now on in the evening. I'm glued to the TV. I'll go out. My son plays basketball. We'll go shoot around. My youngest son plays soccer. We'll go kick the ball around. So sports, awesome. I would say, is my biggest hobby.
I love it. Listen, and there's a lot of sports is fun, but there's a lot of business that gets done. Talking about sports in the sports world, playing golf, doing pretty much any kind of tournament. There's a lot of opportunity there. But I love that you use it as your relaxation. All right, Simon, tell everybody the best way they can find out more about you. Maybe they have a property they want to talk to you about being a property manager for. Or maybe we've got a buyer or a seller who's listening, or maybe a realtor who wants to hear more about what goes on at RE/MAX Sunstate.
Yeah, you could definitely reach me at my email, which is on the bottom ticker, sgill.fl@remax.net. My phone number is 407-499-3738. You can also hit us up on our website. You can call our brokerage. Anyways, shoot me a text. I'll get back to you right away, and we can move on forward.
I love it. All right, so we're about over. How was it? Were you? Was it as nerve-wracking as you thought it would be?
No, because the way you kind of said it is like we're having a conversation in person, but now we're in front of a screen. So,
That's it. You did phenomenal. I thought you were great, everybody. Make sure you give Simon some love when you see this video. That was awesome. I do love the brokerage and the way that Jag has set it up, and I love the passion that the realtors that are part of the brokerage speak with. I think that is a testament to how it's really set up and what Jag's vision is. So I'm super happy that you came on the show. Simon's website is there, but you can reach him via email. And of course, if you message me and you want to get in touch with him, I'll be happy to get you in touch with him. Simon, thanks so much for sharing your journey on the show. I appreciate you.
Thank you very much, Ted. It's always a pleasure with you. And hopefully we can come back on.
I would love it. All right, guys, have a good one. Reach out to Simon if you have any questions. We'll see you later. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.